And you know, the Joker movie. I did a review on the Joker movie. It reminded me of something as I was watching it. Something that I picked up on uh, a while back, maybe a couple years or so. I read that at one point, laughing was a form of superiority. So if we think about medieval times or the depictions of it, you would have the kings and all the royalty, and then you would have the fool who would just do a bunch of foolish things to make people laugh, to please the higher ups, you know, being submissive of sorts and really of no worth. And it also reminded me of this phrase that that used to be, I guess, somewhat popular. Maybe people still say it, but it was "Don't make me laugh." You know, laughter wasn't necessarily attributed to happiness. I think among adults. Now, obviously, I know I'm not a history buff. I don't know everything, but let's follow this. Okay, laughter, a form of superiority. Okay, how so? You know, but there's a reason why I bring it up. Okay, so let's just say I don't want to spoil the Joker, but he had a condition. All right, and spoiler alert. That's all I'm gonna say. He had a condition where he would laugh at uncomfortable times, where you wouldn't otherwise laugh when things were serious. And I've been really reflecting on that for the past couple of days, man. Because I've dealt with anxiety and I've dealt with a lot of anger. And when I feel like people have me fucked up, or I feel anxious about the particular outcome of something, this is the kind of the face I make. Like, you know, that's expected. It's expected for me to be like, who the fuck you think you talking to? Or, whatever, anything to guard myself, to get real tense. But then I started, kind of questioning myself, like, what if I decided to laugh in those moments? A smirk would do. Here we are, disarming the other person. Taking away their sting by just, whew. And that gets under somebody's skin more than this, more than me mugging. Because that's what they expect. That's what they want. They want you to get upset. And nothing reveals that more than a smirk. How many times have you been serious with somebody, or the other way around? Let's just say you were being serious with somebody and they laughed at you. That got you heated. That got you infuriated. Alright? So it's definitely some keys right there. So we're laughing where we would otherwise frown. This is not to piss anybody off, but to ensure that no one sets up camp in your mind when you don't want them to be there. This is definitely something that I'm going to try to make habitual. I'm going to make a joker out of myself in a sense. Not a fool, a joker. So I will be laughing or smirking. I like smirking. I will be smirking while maintaining my own personal peace. Because if I don't want my peace to be bothered, then I should not be reacting to what others are trying to do to me and what I think others may try to do to me. That's anxiety. Anxiety is this anticipatory thing. We assume the feelings of something that hasn't even happened yet. So, at the face of this, I'm just gonna smirk it off anyway. So I go to public places, I go to stores and find things to resell, and people get really close to me, and I don't know how judgmental they are or whatever. Maybe it's all in my head, maybe it's that dormant anxiety. But either way, I'm smirking first. I want somebody to ask me what I'm smirking at, what I'm smiling at, and things like that. Like I want that to be the focus. Like I want them to see that. I don't want people to see how tense I can be. In fact, I don't want to be tense. It takes away energy. It takes away my joy. And we got X amount of time, and any person who would want to make me upset, I just think, well, they wouldn't want to be upset. They wouldn't want anybody to upset them. So I am free. I am free to hold on to my peace. Okay? Everything that I do it for a reason. For the betterment of myself. You know, and for my child and everyone who follows me, everyone who supports me, everyone who considers myself to be an ally. This is who I do it for. And if you ain't on the team, you know, if you're not a part of my group, you're not an ally of mine, then I don't owe you my sadness. I don't owe you my madness. I don't owe you my anger. That's not for you, okay? I will not let you penetrate my mind. I will not let you penetrate my mental health. I will not let you set up camp right here. No. This is my most important thing right here. This is what I'm using to survive, to thrive, to grow, to build myself up, and to being a legend. Everything that I possibly can be. And I will disarm you by reacting in a way that is contrarian to what is expected. Now, obviously, if somebody's sizing you up, I don't know how things are for you, but somebody's sizing you up and, you know, they may call you a name or whatever, of course they want you to be upset. They're testing you, you know, amongst other things, but they're testing you. See how strong you are. Laugh it off. See, this is not me telling you to just ignore it and it'll go away. Laugh it off. If you can laugh somebody off, you are showing that person that they had very little impact. In fact, they pleased you. Alright? Do what you need to do to please yourself, even at the expense of people who want to see you down, who want to see you upset. Stay in good spirits, my friend. People want to see you down. Not me. I don't want to see you down. Alright? If you're my enemy, that's a different case. But at the same time, what I found is that when I mind my business, everyone who's opposing me, they're paying for it. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe because they ain't living right by themselves, they trying to bring people down with them. Maybe that's what we call devils on earth. I don't know. Has very little to do with, you know, with me. But it's just something that I noticed. And the more that I focus on righteousness, doing right by others, you know, bringing some positiveness, you know, some positivity to the people, the better my life gets. And I have every right to not be unhappy because I'm playing the game fair. The game of life, I'm playing it fair. Alright? I can honestly say. And so with that, I say, in the face of adversity, when all things seem like it's going downhill, I practice what I preach, my friends, by the way. Laugh it off. A smirk would do. Now, you heard people say, I smile to stop myself from crying or laugh to stop myself from crying. Some keys right there, my friend. And there's nothing fake about it. You know, it's been scientifically proven that smiling will boost your mood. You know, probably your self-esteem even. Okay? And in order to get different results, you try different things. So if you find that people easily get to you, pay attention to how you act when someone is testing you, when someone's contesting you. Alright? When someone's bringing a conflict to you. I bet you aren't smiling as much as you would any other, you know, in a time of joy. Or I bet you aren't smiling nowhere near as much as you are frowning, is what I should say. Try it. It's very instant. A very instant relief, man. It really confuses your brain. Your brain doesn't know what to do with this because it's so used to just being, okay, you know, or reactive to the point where it's like, okay, this happens, now I'm mad. But when you consciously, and I mean, you know, 5% of what you think is probably conscious, but you take that 5% of consciousness and you say, well, I'm going to smirk this one off. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. If a person's 6'6" and you're my height, 5'5" or whatever, that person goes, you know, and you go, phew. It even confuses that person. See? And this is why I signed up to do a TED Talk to speak on how being a contrarian is highly beneficial. I got a lot of this stuff, man, for real. I think I put out a video on this. You know, somebody let me know. I'm so forgetful, man, because I'm so focused on putting out a body of work. like the last video I just recorded. Alright? So there you go. Your power is your power is your power is your power. Peace.